Hey everybody, so this is my week, the week 28 update. It's been the last week that I had COVID and that was just so much fun. This week, we had so much stuff going on. Saw the gyno on Monday, so I had to do the fun glucose test. You gotta chug that drink. I tried to get a video, but no videos were allowed to be recorded in the area that I was in, so I couldn't. But chugged the drink, waited an hour. Luckily, do not have gestational diabetes. Met with the nurse who discussed if you want to breastfeed, you want to do formula. We are personally choosing formula, and except in the case of Wyatt chooses to come out early. Just because I have to be on Lovenox the whole time you're breastfeeding. It's a very controversial thing, okay? All I can say about it is, you know what, as a mom, or someone who's going to be a mom, and to all moms out there, if you choose to formula feed or breastfeed, it is your choice. I am personally choosing to go formula first, breastfeeding second, just for how much extra taxing it's going to do on my body. So if he does come out early and he's a preemie baby, just like I was because of my clotting disorder, and if he has my clotting disorder, I'm more than happy to breastfeed for several months. But we also have to think of it's not cost effective for me to do it because I still have to be on Lovenox, and Lovenox costs a couple $1,000 a month. So financially, it would not be reasonable to keep breastfeeding for the sake of that price. I make probably under the standard every year for my paycheck, so there's no point. I would go bankrupt trying to breastfeed on Lovenox. Okay. On a different vein, we had a very difficult week. We moved, so Brewer has his own room. We live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. So when we first moved in, we gave Brewer his own room so he could adjust to moving. It was his first move ever in his life. It's very difficult for him. So we kept his room. Then we moved out of our bedroom into the living room because the living room was relatively small and we didn't really use it to host anyway. And when we lived in a cabin in the woods, it was an open concept studio cabin. So we were used to sleeping in a room without a door or anything. So Brewer has his own room. We moved out of our master bedroom and gave it to Wyatt, moved into the living room, moved the whole living room downstairs into the finished basement. And then we moved our whole finished basement that we had, which was our big gaming room, up into the attic because that's also finished. So our whole week fully encompassed all of that. Seeing the gyno, making sure I don't have gestational diabetes, which is a typical test they do around 28 weeks. I also got the Tdap. Did not realize how crappy that would make me feel for a couple days. So on top of COVID last week and the Tdap, oh my God, I had the fever and the aches and the chills and everything like that. It was horrible. But you have to get it in pregnancy because then you give your baby the protection too. So it's all fine. Just a couple rough days. Moved around the whole house. That's super nesting. We did get the nursery half set up. So still stuff in process that's going to be delivered here, but my whole goal to have the nursery pretty much 90% complete by the end of December is in full swing. What else this week? Oh, he's still measuring 2 to 3 weeks ahead of his due date. We have an ultrasound in about 3 weeks, so we'll fully see 100% how big he actually is, and then we will schedule my induction or C-section date based off that. If you know in pregnancy, you can grow fibroids rapidly and out of nowhere because of all the extra hormones in your body. Well, I have a few of them that are kind of on the larger side, and if those are still there on my ultrasound, because, you know, fibroids can come and go, and they can also stay until you go to menopause. Your body's wild and does what it wants. But if those are still there and they're in the way, then we'll have to do a C-section. And a C-section for me leads down the path of having guaranteed vein surgeries after my C-section because of all my vein surgeries in my abdomen, pelvis, and left leg. Doing a C-section is not ideal, and it would just cause me to have a longer recovery after he comes. So having an induction and a natural vaginal birth is the way to go for me, but we'll see. And yesterday, and a couple days before yesterday, like, I've been slowly starting to get cramps and lower back pain, that's specifically in my pelvis and my lower back. Could be a preterm labor kind of red flag. Especially yesterday, I had several Braxton Hicks contractions that came for 40 minutes straight, but every 10 minutes and lasted about 30 seconds. So, you know, of course I called my high-risk gynecologist and was like, so this is happening, but I don't have anything else going on down south besides this. But then I had a whole bunch of cramps and lower back pain for about an hour straight until, like, my chugging a bottle of water and rotating a couple positions made it go away. But again, it's the Braxton Hicks, your body's practicing labor, but also it could be the start of actual labor if other things start happening, like my water breaks or I start bleeding. So they warn you of, you feel all those things, you can consider them Braxton Hicks until other symptoms start showing up, and then you need to come in. So yeah, that's not fun. I really don't want to have a preterm baby. It's not something I want, and it's something that I was, because I came out at like 33 weeks with my mom because of my clotting disorder and her clotting disorder. So it's not something I really want to have happen. I would really like for him to show up in February, or at least his due date's not till March, but they already know if he's 2-3 weeks early, he's more likely to show up in February. My personal mom intuition here is he's gonna show up like January 20th. Like, I have this feeling in my head that it's like January 20th is gonna be like the day. And I don't know why, but I'm just calling it mom's intuition right now. It's in my head. So feel free in the comment section to take your guess. I'd be more than happy to do some kind of like free giveaway from my Etsy shop that I run. Like, the person who guesses the birthday, the closest to the birthday, the closest to the birth weight, and the length of him, I would be more than happy to do that. So I'll just put that note in the bottom part of this video when I'm done. Make a little fun game. Like, why not? So yeah, that's this week. Super nesting, preterm labor symptoms, Tdap vaccine. He's measuring 2 to 3 weeks ahead, and I am pretty exhausted. So that is my week 28 update. Excuse me. And next week is Christmas, followed by my baby shower. My parents will be in town. Hi, Brew. Brewer trying to attack me. Hi, you want to say hi to people? Yeah. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. That is my week 28 update, and I will catch you all at the next one.